A walk in the forest. It was a bright Saturday morning when Lily decided to take a walk in the forest near her grandmother's house. The sun peeked through the window, warming her face as she sat at the breakfast table, finishing the last bite of toast. "You should go outside today," said Grandma with a smile. "The forest trail is lovely this time of year. The birds are singing, and the trees are turning green again." Lily nodded. "I think I will. I need a little adventure." She packed a small backpack with a bottle of water, an apple, and her sketchbook. She always liked to draw what she saw. With her sneakers tied tight and her hair pulled back in a ponytail, she waved goodbye and stepped outside. The forest stood just beyond the field, quiet and still. Lily had walked there many times before, but today felt different. The air smelled like pine and blooming flowers, and the gentle breeze made the leaves whisper. As she entered the trail, she noticed how soft the ground felt beneath her feet. The dirt path was covered in a layer of fallen leaves and moss. Birds chirped in the trees, hopping from branch to branch. She walked slowly, enjoying the peace. After about 15 minutes, she came to a small stream. The water trickled over smooth stones, clear and cold. She crouched down and dipped her fingers in it. Suddenly, she heard a rustling sound. She stood up quickly and looked around. "Hello?" she called. No one answered. She waited a moment. Then, from behind a bush, a small rabbit hopped into view. Lily smiled. "Hi there, little one," she said softly. The rabbit looked at her with wide brown eyes, then turned and hopped away. Lily followed it, curious. It led her off the main path and deeper into the woods. She didn't mind. She loved seeing new parts of the forest. Soon, she found herself in a small clearing she had never seen before. In the middle stood a large oak tree, its trunk thick and old. Something sparkled near its roots. Lily stepped closer. There, nestled in the grass, was a tiny wooden door. "A door?" she whispered, blinking. It was no taller than her knee and had a little round handle made of brass. It looked very old but well cared for. She knelt down and touched it gently. To her surprise, the door creaked open on its own. Lily gasped. Inside the hollow of the tree was a tunnel. It was dark, but not scary. A soft, golden light glowed from deep within. She paused. Should she go in? She looked around. The forest was quiet, peaceful. She felt a pull in her heart, the kind that comes when something magical is about to happen. Taking a deep breath, she crawled through the door. The tunnel was just big enough for her to fit. The walls were smooth wood, and the light grew brighter the farther she went. After a minute or two, she reached the end. Lily stepped out of the tunnel and found herself in a new part of the forest, but it wasn't like the one she had just left. This place sparkled. Sunlight danced through silver leaves. Flowers glowed with colors she had never seen, blue as the sky, gold like honey, and pink like the morning clouds. Tiny winged creatures zipped past her, laughing like bells. "Where am I?" she whispered. "Welcome to Elderwood," said a voice. Lily turned around. A small creature stood behind her. It looked like a person, but only a foot tall, with dragonfly wings and a hat made of leaves. "I'm Pip," said the creature. "You found the secret door. Not many people do." Lily smiled in amazement. "Are you a fairy?" Pip chuckled. "We don't really use that word, but yes. We live in the forest, and we care for it. We only show ourselves to kind people." "I've never seen anything like this," Lily said, turning slowly to take it all in. "We try to keep it hidden," said Pip. "But we need help today." Lily's eyes lit up. "Help? With what?" Pip's wings fluttered. "The heart tree, the oldest tree in Elderwood, is in trouble. Its leaves are fading, and the light in its bark is going dim. We think something is blocking the flow of magic from the river." "I can help," Lily said at once. Pip looked at her closely. "Yes," he said finally. "I think you can." He flew ahead, and Lily followed. As they walked, other forest creatures peeked out from behind mushrooms and ferns, tiny mice in vests, glowing butterflies, and owls with wise eyes. After a while, they reached a wide tree with glowing bark. But it was dim, the light barely pulsing. Its branches drooped low. "This is the heart tree," Pip said. "The magic flows through the river beneath it. If something is blocking the stream, the tree gets weak." Lily knelt beside the roots. She listened closely and could hear the soft sound of water, but it was faint, like something was in the way. "I'll find the blockage," she said. Pip nodded and led her to a small tunnel behind the tree, one she had to crawl through on her hands and knees. At the end was a little cave, and inside she saw the problem. A pile of rocks and leaves had built up, blocking the flow of water. "Oh no," Lily said. With careful hands, she started removing the rocks one by one. It wasn't easy, the rocks were heavy and slippery. But she didn't stop. Pip helped, lifting the smaller pieces with surprising strength. As they worked, the water began to trickle again, then flow faster. The stream cleared, rushing through the channel like it had missed its path. When they returned to the heart tree, the change was clear. The bark was glowing again, bright and strong. The leaves shimmered like stars. A soft wind blew through the clearing, filled with joy. "You did it," Pip said. "You saved the tree." Lily beamed. "I'm glad I could help." The creatures of Elderwood gathered around her, clapping and cheering in their tiny voices. A group of glowing dragonflies flew in a circle above her head. "You're always welcome here," Pip said. "The door will open for you whenever your heart is kind and your spirit brave." Lily felt a warm glow in her chest. She had never felt so proud, so full of wonder. "I'll come back," she promised. Pip handed her a small token, a pendant shaped like a leaf, glowing faintly. "Keep this," he said. "It will remind you of today. And if you ever need help, hold it tight." Lily placed it around her neck. "Thank you," she whispered. Then Pip led her back through the tunnel, past the silver trees and glowing flowers, until they reached the wooden door again. She crawled through, and suddenly she was back in the clearing, under the old oak tree. The forest looked the same, but somehow it felt brighter. She stood up slowly, her pendant warm against her chest. The rabbit she had seen earlier was waiting near the edge of the clearing. It looked at her, then hopped back toward the path. Lily followed it, smiling the whole way. When she returned to Grandma's house, the sun was just beginning to set. The sky was painted with pink and gold. "Did you have a nice walk?" Grandma asked. Lily nodded. "Yes," she said. "It was magical." That night she sat in bed with her sketchbook and began to draw. She drew the heart tree, the glowing flowers, the silver leaves, and Pip with his leaf hat and dragonfly wings. She didn't know if anyone would believe her. But that didn't matter. She believed. And one day, she would go back.